What's going on, my fellow stock market trader and investor homies? It's your boy Kevin. Welcome back to Touchdown Trades, the #1 YouTube channel for all penny stock investing and trading. In today's video, we're going to be breaking down my top 3 penny stocks to buy during 2022. We did a similar video back in 2021, and all 3 penny stocks showcased in that video saw massive runs, upwards of 100%. They were all 3 big winners, so hopefully the 3 penny stocks we're going to be breaking down today make similar moves, and I think all 3 of them have similar potential, big upside potential. Sure, these penny stocks carry risk. Anytime you're investing or trading penny stocks, it brings with it inherent risk, but also with that risk comes massive upside. If you just want to get 7-8% returns, try to match the market, you're probably better off just going investing in some index funds or some big blue chip stocks. That's not what I'm looking for. I'm looking for the monster home run touchdown winners, those big boy returns. If you got the big Weibos, then put your money where your mouth is and look for those big returns with small caps and penny stocks, and that's exactly what we're doing in today's video with the top 3 penny stocks of 2022. Before we get started, check out the link in the description for Mumu, which is a sponsor of the channel. It is the broker that I use every day, hands down the best commission-free broker with the best desktop platform. They're giving you guys 5 free stocks when you sign up with the link in the description. If you deposit $100 or more, you're guaranteed 1 free share of NEO. Can't beat that deal. Valued up to $17,000 of free money. Check it out after the video's over. All right, so penny stock number 1, baby. That's gonna be Mullen Automotive, ticker MULN. Mullen Automotive is my #1 penny stock of 2022, and here's why. Gas prices are not going to be changing anytime soon. They're going to stay high, maybe even go higher. Seeing $4 plus gas prices around the country right now. That ain't changing. That ain't changing. This administration does not see America becoming more energy independent. They don't want to allow drilling on federal land. They don't want to get the Keystone Pipeline going. They want to depend on other countries to provide us with our energy. And there are some arguments that that's better, and there are other arguments that that is not the way to go. I'm not going to get into the political aspects of this and argue either side, but I do think gas prices stay high, and these high gas prices are opening the door for EV companies to succeed. If gas prices are high, more consumers are going to be trying to find alternatives, and one of the alternatives is Mullen Automotive. Now you may be asking, why not just go buy one of the bigger EV companies? Other than Tesla, Tesla is a clear winner in the EV space, but other than Tesla, I think the door is wide open for any company to come in, have a product that is popular, and become a big player in this space. Look at a company like Lucid Motors. Lucid Motors, multi-billion-dollar market cap, and their product is, in my opinion, is just okay. Or the Lucid Air looks nice, but it is $80,000, $90,000, $100,000 starting price point. The range is not comparable to the Mulen FIVE, and I think Mullen has just as much of a chance to be successful as does Lucid. Sure, Lucid has some big backers, some big money behind it, but this is a new space. Remember when social media started and you had these big companies with big backings come in and fail because the common consumers didn't get behind it? Similar things can happen in the EV space. That's why I want to bet on the horse that is cheaper than the other horse, because I think the smaller horse has just as much of a chance to be successful as the bigger, more expensive horse. And that's why we're breaking down Mullen, and it is my top penny stock of 2022. It is cheaper, it has a better range, and it has better battery technology. All right, so Mullen has been on a pretty big tear over the last several months, running up from a low of 52 cents per share. We got news that their solid state drive battery technology was crushing it, and the stock ran up from 52 cents all the way up to over $4 a share. We have since pulled back, and if we zoom in on this chart, we are in the middle of a bull flag. You guys know I love to buy bull flags. Gives you defined risk, and when we get a breakout over that top of that flag, typically you see a really nice move and a really nice breakout. Here I'll illustrate the flag. Boom, you look for the breakout through that triangle, that wedge pattern, and a breakout towards the upside. Let's take a look at Mullen's Tech and the company, and then we'll come back to the chart and talk about price targets, because my price target for Mullen Automotive is way up there. All right, so Mullen, their flagship first vehicle here, the Mulen FIVE. This is what has investors excited. All right, so the Mulen FIVE is starting at 325-mile range. We'll talk about the SSD battery that is talking 600 plus miles of range, 155 max horsepower, 0 to 60 in 3.2 seconds. So it's comparable to these other competitors, but if we look at the starting price point, which is in the $50,000 range versus the competitors, it is not even close from that standpoint. Plus the range of 600 miles, if you upgrade the battery to the SSD battery, crushes the competition, and we're talking about a much cheaper valuation. The major catalyst for me in Mullen is this EV battery, this SSD polymer battery pack development. So the news came out on February 28th. So this news is a little old, but this was the catalyst that started this current run that we are seeing here with Mullen. Mullen was down at 50 cents. The news came out about this battery tech, and within a few days, it was back at $4 a share. So Mullen's testing of the SS polymer cells reveals the potential for a 150 kilowatt hour battery pack that delivers over 600 plus miles of range. That is massive news. 600 miles of range. You could drive anywhere you want to drive without having to worry about stopping and charging your vehicle. Mullen is working towards utilizing solid state polymer battery packs on its second generation Mulen FIVE EV crossovers, with in-vehicle prototype testing set for 2025. All right, so we're getting the SSD battery tech coming in 2025, the Mullen's first generation 5 EV crossover with just the average run-of-the-mill lithium-ion battery is set for launch in 2024. I know a lot of investors, especially retail investors, they don't like investing in companies with a timeline of that nature, right? 2024, you're talking 2 years, and then for the SSD battery, 2025. But rewind, look at Tesla, right? If you had the opportunity to invest in Tesla, pre-factory development, right? Pre-factory development, pre-manufacturing phase, would you go back and do so? I absolutely would. I know I would love the opportunity to rewind and get a ground floor level investment in on Tesla. So just because we're a couple years out doesn't mean crap. You're talking about 600-mile range, and sure, there's risk involved in this. If they don't come to market with this vehicle, if they're just blowing smoke, which they could be doing, then there's risk involved. But if they can get this to market in 2025, this stock is undervalued. If we go look at the valuation, right now we have a market cap of $86 million. $86 million. Look at Lucid. Lucid's market cap right now is $38 billion. So you're talking about 100x difference almost versus the valuation of Mullen and Lucid. Sure, Lucid is farther along. They have cars on the road. But Mullen is talking about better battery technology, and that's really all that matters with EV. A 600-mile range, cheaper price point. Sure, it's a couple years down the road, but the potential is there, and that's what we look for in penny stock investing. Mullen also just added John Taylor, which was a former Tesla executive, to its global manufacturing and strategic planning side of the executive team. Now, would a former Tesla exec be joining a company that didn't have potential? I personally don't see so. I personally see this as a good sign that legit guys in the EV space are joining Mullen. It shows me that real people, legit people, are coming into this company because they think it has potential. All right, let's talk about my my price target for Mullen Automotive, and it's going to be all-time highs. $15.90 appears the most recent high. That's my price target. Now, that is not a short-term price target. That is a longer-term price target. We're trading at $2.70. So a move back up to $16, that is a big boy move. That is what? More than a 5x move, about a 6x move. A really monster move. It's going to take some time for us to get there. It's going to take some good news, good catalyst, but over time we'll see, and I will not be selling my Mullen stock before $16 a share. Penny stock number 2 to buy in 2022 for a monster run up. It's going to be ticker HYMC, Highcroft Mining, baby. Highcroft Mining. I typically don't buy meme stock, crazy hype, and FOMO. I typically don't get involved, but this time it's different. Highcroft Mining was just acquired. 25% of the company was just acquired by AMC. Now, I've been one of the bigger critics of AMC, but I actually like this investment, and I like Highcroft Mining. Why? They are undervalued, and I like undervalued penny stocks. So AMC just bought 25% of this really small mining penny stock. Really, they bought 22%. So they have a 22% stake in the Nevada gold miner Highcroft Mining, and they purchased nearly $28 million worth of the company. The company's move has been met with wild response among market watchers who have described the move as random, bizarre, and stupid because the company has still $5 billion worth of debt on the books. But I disagree. Let's forget about AMC and let's just look at Highcroft Mining. All right, so Highcroft Mine is a gold and silver mine located in the Sulphur Mining District, 54 miles west of Winnemucca, and straddles the Humboldt and Pershing counties in Nevada. The mine is accessible year-round via Nevada State Route 49. This may not sound like a big deal, but a lot of these mining companies are in areas that has really bad winter weather, so you can't get equipment and workers, supplies in there during the winter, so they are able to get in there year-round. The mine encompasses approximately 72,000 acres. That may not sound like a big deal, but this mine has a ton of gold and silver under the ground, ready to be mined. More gold and silver than the company is worth. So we may be looking at a value play here. Hycroft completed an initial assessment of the Hycroft mine. Gold mineral resources at Hycroft are estimated to be at 9.65 million ounces of measured and indicated and 5 million ounces of inferred. Silver mineral resources are estimated to be 446 million ounces. All right, so 9.65 million ounces of gold and 446 million ounces of silver. You're talking about a company with a valuation of $419 million. So sure, it costs money to get that gold and silver out of the ground, so you're not going to be able to sell it just net what you have in the ground because it's going to cost to get it out. But you're talking about a value play, in my opinion, because you have way more gold and silver under the ground than your company's even worth. So I think AMC made a good play here. AMC has done their research. They know more than we know about this because they just invested $28 million into the company. They're not going to blindly throw $28 million into an investment. So they know something. I think what they know is that this stock is undervalued. Let's take a look at the chart, talk about price targets. All right, so we have, right now, we're trading at $2.06 a share. We are trading in a bull flag. Look at this pattern. Boom, you get a run up, you get a pullback. You got support down here, run up, pullback. Is the next move going to be a run up and a pullback? Well, history repeats itself. It will be. I have a price target of $5.50 per share on Highcroft Mining. That is more than a 100% move. Penny stock number 3, my third and final penny stock of the top penny stocks to buy in 2022, is going to be a little bit controversial. Ticker NNDM, Nan Demensions, the 3D printing company that had all the hype, all the FOMO, all the momentum last year. Ran up from $1.30 all the way up to almost $18 per share last year. an 18x run up. However, it has since sold off. I sold out of my position last year for a small winner, but I still think this thing has potential, and I like it more now, trading at $3.20 a share versus where it was trading last year. So I think this thing has big upside potential. It was a little bit early for 3D printing. The tech really wasn't there yet, but as the technology evolves, I do believe NNDM will be a leader in this sector, and there's no denying the potential of the sector. Being able to 3D print parts and prototypes is massive. Imagine being able to prototype a product in-house and not having to ship your designs to China, wait for the prototype to come back, which could take months or even years for the process to be complete, or you can just 3D print the prototype in-house, take a couple weeks, and you're good to go. Save companies money and time, and we like to invest in companies that solve a problem for the consumer. You can 3D print electric circuit boards. The potential is there. All right, let's look at the chart real quick. Right now we're trading at $3.23 per share. We got a double, almost a triple bottom forming here on the daily chart. So we have our support, we have our risk area. It's very, very valid. It's already been tested 3 times and hasn't failed. If we break down below that area, it's maybe a good idea to hop out, but we can use it as support. You guys know I love to buy in front of support. And what we're looking for is this thing to hold that support, round back out, and head back up to $5, $6, even $7 a share. Got a short-term price target of $6 per share here on NNDM. All right, that's going to wrap up my top 3 penny stocks of 2022. We had Mullen Automotive, MULN. We had Highcroft Mining, HYMC. And third and final, we had NNDM. Get your free stocks. Get your free stocks. Link in the description from my broker, Mumu. You guaranteed a share of NEO when you deposit $100 or more. I love all of you guys. Remember, I'm way too stupid to be a financial advisor. So do your own research. Do your own due diligence. I'll catch you guys in the next video. Until next time, deuces.